inequality within a country. There's a saying, a bitter saying within the United States: when will rich Americans start to become concerned about the problems of poor Americans? And the bitter answer to that is rich Americans will be concerned about the problems of poor Americans when rich Americans themselves feel endangered. That is happening now. The other side to inequality is inequality around the world, poorer countries and richer countries, and we can talk more about that. But let me stop now mentioning those two features of inequality.
Right. The inequality issue is not only confined to one country, one city. It's very universal, situation and issues which should be dealt in many other countries and many cities. And now I would like to, move our topics to the, next coming, the digital society. Seoul is preparing for a new normal in the long run. COVID-19 is changing society more rapidly than ever. Now that we have advanced digital and smart technologies in place, a change to a non-contact society can take place even faster. Of course, the fourth industrial revolution is going on, but it will be faster. So working from home or virtual classes are becoming more common in Seoul, and new forms of art activities like online performance are increasing. So even now, we are holding this summit virtually, like this. So in a society, where changes are being made rapidly, so I think building a new standard is very much important. So what are you expecting, the next coming society and civilization in terms of such a, digital and untapped society?
There are things that I'm expecting and that have already arrived. For us, just as for you, you mentioned virtual connections. In the United States now, virtual connections. My university closed down in March. It closed down just after my last lecture and just before my final exam, so that my final exam was given not in person, but over the internet. In the summer now, my university is doing all of its teaching online, not in person. In the fall, my university will do all of its teaching online. And in the winter, when I will resume my teaching, I don't know yet whether I will be able to teach in person, which I love to do, or whether our teaching will be online. That's a small example of how so much of the economy and so much of the operation of our society has turned to online. And this is the case for you, and it's the case for us, and the case for the world. But the biggest change for the world, I think, is that the world, for the first time in world history now, faces a global problem that is recognized as a global problem. Never before has the world recognized that we face a global problem. Yes, there are really global problems, such as climate change that you've talked about, but the world has not rallied together and recognized climate change as a common enemy. Why? Because climate change kills people slowly, doesn't kill people quickly, and when someone dies of respiratory diseases or dies from decreased agricultural production, it's not easy to say that was due to climate change. In the case of COVID, when someone is infected with COVID, they may die within a few days. There's no doubt that they have died of COVID. So COVID is now recognized as a global threat for the first time in world history.
Thank you very much.
Citizens around the world are recognizing this global threat.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Professor Diamond. We would like to have 10 minutes break. Is it all right? And also,
it is all right.
Yeah, I'd like to ask the audience, to make questions. So, the last time I will ask to Professor Diamond So if you vacation through this website and the YouTube, I will